They're already wanting them to contact dispatch because we're at the PD. Did you hear that, John?
I didn't.
Shaking in their boots. I hope you put 1.5 for already crying because they are. And we're coming to you with a bonded internet connection with 7 megabits per second. So you'll be able to see those tears in high definition. High definition snowflake meltdown tears. You don't want to miss this stream. We have a lot of information for you. I'm going to pull out my clipboard. We're going to do some nuisance open records requests. Yes, that's what the asshole police chief asked much thinks of open records. So y'all stay tuned, be ready to go back and report the stream. Like I said, these guys might want to be Leo Valley. They might escalate the next Leo Valley. They are wicked and sneaky liquors here, and they might be the next Leo Valley. So hang tight, please stay tuned, because we might be in the next Leon Valley press conference scenario today. Please watch the stream today. All right. To get better audio, but let me know if you can hear me out here. What did they say? What were they wanting?
Not a word. They got the blinds shut already.
They shut their blinds?
Yeah.
All right, well. Nice shot. Here, John, can you stand about right there so I can have you?
Sure. Well, there's a lot of wind. I don't think we're going to make it.
Get real close up on it. That's what I'm saying. Closer, closer. That should be good.
Yeah.
Alright, can we get it in the shot, John?
Mm.
People watching. And John's live on his channel, Extra Good Citizen. I think what I do have linked in the description, and moderators, if you could be sure to share it some. That is his PayPal link. He's got a big fight to defeat these tyrants, fight for liberty, fight for our rights. We might see the first case where Turner v. Driver is applied. Massive payout. Massive payout. You're like, it's like a press conference and you're in the back.
You know I'm not good at this
stuff,
man.
Oh my god.
I warned you already. Plus, I'll say
Can y'all
something
hear
stupid.
me okay, guys? Can you hear me? We can get a little closer too. Is the audio good? I'm mainly concerned about the audio because of the wind. So I just need to know how the audio is. So I think Jamie is going to send you something. I appreciate your support, Jamie. Robin says, stop aiming the camera weapon at their building. It might go off and capture someone on video. Here, John, you can kind of see where you were in the frame. You might be out of it now.
Oh.
Okay, they can hear us. Good, good, good. Then we'll do our show outside, and then we'll go in and request a lot of information that I think tens of thousands of people want to see. I'd say it's up into the hundreds of thousands. All right, they have a call here. Let's see if it's in the drafts outside the PD. All right, if it's good, we'll go do that, and we'll take a break from the show. We'll vote on it first, of course. Get the video case of reference? What?
Video case for reference for last night, I think is what they said.
Huh, interesting. Oh, maybe a surveillance video. So, here, John, if you're going to just stand there, why don't you read the chat and talk to people as they chat? No, but get in the shot.
I will.
Come on. So, mods, and if you could keep that chat, the PayPal link in the chat present. And John Gray has a heck of a fight. I know I didn't get his PayPal out the other night. That was my bad. My concern was safety and getting him out just as quickly as possible. So that's why I wasn't really live myself. I tried to, and the internet was bad. So I just moved on, and got to business and let the other star there do the all-night live stream. But hey, we're organized now. We're not in as much of a crisis situation. It's a big situation here. Oh, it's a big situation. But as you can see, John's safe for the moment at least, and I'm just getting my notes. Here we go. Here's where we'll start, I think. So if you haven't seen it, you can go to my other channel, Justin Pulliam, or look at Extra. You keep getting out of the frame like you're hiding. Our Extra Good Citizen, and watch what happened. But basically, John was on the opposite side of the road, filming what was purportedly a traffic stop, and a tyrant officer walked up to the window and started shining the light into John's camera, and John told him to stop. And then the sergeant, and again, later on, probably tomorrow or Tuesday, more details are going to come out about what happened that night. But the sergeant came up and immediately arrested John, purportedly for interference, because he can't be talking to them or distracting them or something along those lines. You know, watch the video. The thing is, not only did he not interfere, but even if he purportedly did interfere, his speech can't be the only thing. I mean, that's what the law is, and that's what the case law would be. We do still, and it's unfortunate here in Brazoria County. I didn't think the thought for reform would start so soon after Biden's inauguration, but it seems like immediately these voters here in the Angleton area, a lot of them who are such bootlickers, and they want this massive government control here. They want to throw away the Constitution and go straight for communism, I guess. And I knew something like this would eventually happen with the way a lot of politics are going, but I'm just kind of shocked that it only took a matter of days here in Angleton for the voters to get on board with this new no constitution, worship government type mentality. This big government, just obey big government, is what we seem to have here in Angleton. And John, be sure to keep up with the chat and talk to everyone. Don't feel free to interrupt me. Are you just chatting back to him?
Okay, let me talk. I'll talk. So guys, you guys know I have no problem talking when the cops are interacting with me. This part of the job, or this part of YouTube, is very difficult for me. I'm actually kind of a shy guy. As you can see, I'm hiding. I'm not shy when it comes to dealing with tyrants, but this part of YouTube, as you guys well know, I'm not very good at. So I'm gonna look over there.
Hey John, if you want, we can put your camera right up here.
Oh yeah?
You want to do that? Here,
Sure.
Let's do that. Turn your gimbal off.
Okay.
Hold the tripod, the keyboard. Yep.
So, like I said, I'm basically by trade a computer programmer. I'm just a computer programmer that had enough, and I picked up a camera and I started recording public officials during the course of their duties. I've got a lot of retaliation. Is it too heavy?
No, it's good.
I've got a lot of retaliation, a lot of trolls that like to say negative things about me. They like to talk negative things about my family. They like to see, I don't even know how to look in the camera. See what I mean? But
Diane, you got about 600 people watching combined.
good Lord, save me, Justin.
Keep talking.
So
They say you're doing fine.
So this is just the part of YouTube that the part of it that is hard for me, because I don't mind. I'm filmed all the time, but it's just the talking. I always feel like I'm going to say something dumb. I also have to watch really a lot. I'm being extra cautious right now because there is an open criminal case against me. My rights were completely violated. I was obviously, you guys have seen the video. I'm not going to comment very much more on it, but it was obviously an unlawful arrest. These guys are bearing down, and they're battening down the hatches, and they're sticking to their blue line story. They could easily stop this. All they would have to do is realize that I broke no law. They could call the DA, say, hey, you cancel those charges. And what they're trying to do now is they're trying to dump it off on the DA, the Brazoria County District Attorney's Office. These guys should call out the bad cops, fire the bad cops, apologize to me, and then we'll move forward. We'll call it a day. And if you think this is going to make me stop, I'm not going to stop. This was a complete waste of your time, waste of the tax dollars, because I'm not stopping. So before I say anything else dumb, Justin, you're out.
So Robin says, hey, I'm a retired cop. John committed no crime. When I worked the streets, I was filmed several times. Always remembered that the law says the eye can commit no trespass. Make sure you sue them. And we'll get to the press release. The chief has already brought up John can sue them. All right, we have an Angleton Pd coming out here. We'll see if we'll be arrested for speaking too close to the cops tonight. So we got him recorded here on our body camera. We're focusing on the show, so we're just going to ignore the trolls right now. So we have business to do. We have a story to report to you, and then we have information. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like to know what the Angleton Police Department is really doing. If you think open records is important for us to be fully informed about the functions of government, so we remain the masters of our government instead of them being our masters to abuse us. I think that open records is very serious business, and my history is that they break the law, that they think the law is a joke, that they think the people, the public, are a joke. I won't stand for it. I won't stand for it. I'll destroy them. If they think I'm kidding, they need to look at Leon Valley. I will replace every last one of them. I'll do my best to get them behind bars. I won't stand for lawless tyranny. And they've already been doing much of it. Today is the day where we start turning things around. There will be no more lawlessness here. We will do complaints. We will do affidavits. We will get arrest warrants. We will do lawsuits. We will sue at the district court level, at the federal court level. We will stand up for our rights. We will not be abused by these ignorant blue lion snowflake tyrants. Now, the police chief, some of y'all probably already been on their Facebook page. If you haven't, there's been a lot of keyboard warriors on Facebook, including Chief Assmuch himself. Chief Assmuch himself has been a keyboard warrior on the Facebook. He won't come on the camera of truth. He won't call me. He won't come out and face the public. But you betcha he'll be a little keyboard warrior from his grandma's basement on Facebook. It's like he has no dignity left. No dignity left. Anyways, we'll be out here for a while, and we invite Chief Assmuch or anyone on the city council or in the city administration to come here and answer questions, answer to the people. The chief just wants us to be in harmony, to go along in harmony as they railroad John. I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do our best to get them fired, in prison, losing lawsuits, whatever it may be. I think that's probably what we're going to do. I don't think we're just going to let it go away and sit in harmony as a corrupt local government club railroads John. Don't think that's going to happen. Anyways, I got sidetracked. I wanted y'all to put ones in the chat if you think open records are a very serious deal, and if you'd like to see the records that this secret police department is trying to hide. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like to see the records. 1 in the chat if you would like to see the records. Well, thank you, Keebler. That's a very nice comment. Robin says, remember, all of his Facebook comments are admissible in court. So, yeah, keep that screenshot button going, guys. Keep that screenshot going. Yeah, they're with me. Lots of ones. Lots of ones in there. Lisa's posting the PayPal link, and thank you, Lisa, for doing that. Lots of ones. Exploring Pecos says, every cop should be filmed 24/7 and have no access to it, only the public. Yes, body cameras, when used to the extent of protecting the police and destroying the public, serve us no good. That doesn't help us. That's just their tool to destroy us. And make no mistake, that's what the police here do. They drive around looking to destroy people who are not even committing crimes. Not even close to it. Yeah, it's all once for the records. They want to see the records. So, guys, I have a thick stack of open records request templates to submit. We'll get the records. I want to give them some updates now.
Make sure they mention our small group.
All right. So, the first thing what the whiny little Assmuch guy did, he wouldn't come for an interview. He's hiding in the basement. So he gets on his Facebook to try to rile up the bootlickers and says, citizens, due to the overwhelming number of calls the Angleton Police Department is currently receiving from all over the world, from all over the U.S. and the world, we are experiencing a delay in our phone answering abilities. We are using all department resources. I don't know if the police chief has picked up a phone call, yet I haven't heard anyone get a hold of the chief. But he claims, although I haven't heard anyone get a hold of the police chief, he claims they're using all department resources to ensure all calls for service are answered and that our citizens' questions and concerns are responded to and adequately addressed. Please be patient with our telecommunications officers if we aren't immediately able to answer our administrative lines. If you have an emergency, please call 911. Now, granted, and they were being tricky there. They never said their services were delayed because they weren't. Their services have been prompt. They're responding almost as fast as we are to the calls. Hold on, speaking about that, they're saying something here.
You can have this call for me as well as the court call from last night.
So that's the one on the call about getting some video, I guess surveillance video or something. So this is designed to incite the bootlickers to make them think that people who are rightfully ticked off at what these thugs are doing, these government criminals are doing, rightfully ticked off, they want to have their grievances heard. It's your First Amendment right. And they're trying to incite the bootlickers, acting like it's somehow diminishing the police department. That's just not the case. Totally not the case. Oh, they're just gonna drive around, John. If you want to, make sure you film them with your body cam. They're gonna drive around, but they're too scared to come on the camera. They're too scared. There's got another one right there. They're trying to size up all the people filming. Yeah, they're trying to size it all up. They're wanting to know if they decide just to murder us, how many people they're gonna have to go seize the cameras, or if they have because this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to incite the bootlickers to take us out on Facebook. This is it's a political attack aimed at inciting bootlickers to eliminate us. And so they want to make sure if that happens, they can go take all the evidence, and so it'll never get out, and they can write, the blue lies. That's what they do. They do blue lies. So that was their first blue lie. But then that was giving us too much credit, because they like to pretend like John is just all alone and he's a nobody and whatever. That's how they go to sleep at night, if they can make up all those lies about John. The reality is that more people saw this within hours than even live in this town. Just kind of a decent video on my channel in 24 hours reaches more people than even live in Angleton, Texas. And that's not even a more viral video. Reaches the number of people who live on all of Brazosport. And that's within just a day or two. So they took out, they had to edit their Facebook post to remove that the calls, they removed the language from all over the U.S. and the world. They had to remove that. That was just, they couldn't admit publicly that our reach is that powerful. I responded on YouTube, calling them out for their crybaby politics, their political hit, their scared police chief who won't come on for an interview. So many scared police administrators. I don't get it. Why are they so scared? Is it because they have a lot of secrets? Are they breaking a lot of laws? Are they doing a lot of things that people wouldn't like? Because if they weren't, why wouldn't they be here on camera? Why wouldn't they just come on camera? Again, I directly responded to Chief Ass Much on Facebook just a couple hours ago with my phone number. I said, let's interview. Let's interview, Chief. He's still hiding. Anyways, in their next press release, he said things like saying that John is a known independent journalist. He said that Mr. Gray's actions exceeded the protected actions of free speech and filming. He says John Gray and a very small group of other First Amendment activists have routinely been active in monitoring police activity since before he assumed role of chief of police in September 2018. He claims that he gave officers strict instructions to avoid unnecessary contact with those not clearly violating the law. That's a lie. I mean, he may have said that, but that's not how they've acted in public. And I'll get to that here in a second. And there will be videos showing exactly what the Angleton Police Department does. Many more videos. Lots of videos. Investigative journalists have a lot of content when they start telling stories. Political activists, people that understand messaging and understand government tyrants, also know their little games. And while the chief's response might surprise y'all, it's just another walk in the park for me. Nothing unexpected. Nothing. Well, it's cute. It's very cute. None of it's even clever. But make no mistake, the intent of this is to incite people around town to end us. That's probably the only way they're getting out of a massive civil liability. He claims that our officers have been trained on tactics to avoid engagement with First Amendment activists and to de-escalate the situation if an engagement does occur. That is interesting. What I recall about the filming, the story that John was working on, he was quietly filming from across the street. A tyrant officer came up and started shining the light to block the camera, escalating the situation. Let's just pretend for 10 seconds that the officers are benevolent, just trying to serve the public very faithfully as good public servants. If indeed they thought Mr. Gray's conduct was a problem, apparently they're supposed to de-escalate things. Why not say, Mr. Gray, we would appreciate it if you do this or do that or whatever it is they feel would put their little snowflake egos at ease. You know, oftentimes an officer that they act all big and mean with their command presence, but really inside a lot of them are very tiny. And just being able to bark in order, no matter how unlawful, and the public respond, obey. Oh yes, officer. And then they know, I was able to put the public in the box. I feel so much better about myself, and I have not much self-confidence going into the day. And the fact that the member of the public obeyed my ridiculous command makes me feel so much better. Nevertheless, there was no de-escalation, no attempt to peacefully resolve whatever it is. No, only escalation. And as you'll see in the report I'll have soon on Justin Pulliam, you'll see just how much they were plotting against John that night. Far from, as the chief says, avoid engagement. The chief says there have been no notable legal escalations or altercations over the last 2 years until this incident occurred.
That means they can't get me for anything.
they try to charge you for you have to be like, well, the bootlickers will forget my lie. The other people will call me out on my lie.
Basically, I've done nothing else. Thank you.
So apparently, the chief said that nothing else. Oh man. So there's another one there. So they keep circling the parking lots around where we are, is what the police are doing. John, are you filming this where they're circling these parking lots? They just can't stand it, and they're trying to find all the people who are with us, which makes me think that they're scheming. Remember, these guys are butthurt, crybaby, snowflake blue lioners. They're having a meltdown right now, and they would love to end what we're doing. They would love nothing more than to end what we're doing. And if they are going to escalate, they're going to try to get rid of any sort of other cameras that they don't control before they come and do whatever they're going to do with us, basically making this the next Leon Valley. This is only 30 minutes away from where I live, so I'd be over here every day, every night. I can get from my home and probably get to any big call that they have before they even figure out what's going on. Now, the bombshell for many of you, now I knew because this isn't, I know a lot of, it's just one bad apple, just an isolated incident, No, what happened is representative of exactly what this police department is all about. that was right in line with what the administration and the culture of the Angleton Police Department is. The chief continued in his the press release to incite the bootlickers to make it a dangerous situation for John and me and everyone else. Just looking for transparency. The chief said, after a thorough review of the facts in this incident, I support my officer's actions. No apostrophe. We're still learning the English, how to write, apparently. He is just a police officer, though. He says, I support my officer's actions because they are compliant with departmental policy and within the statutory elements of the case. I am more assured of its constitutional propriety by the fact that a magistrate has affirmed the probable cause did exist to arrest and proceed with prosecution in the case. Now, the magistrate doesn't have anything to do with whether prosecution proceeds. That's up to the DA. The magistrate just determines with whether or not you have to be bonded out or whether the charges are not upheld by, these are just mere police officers. These aren't attorneys. These aren't elected officials. These are police officers. Tyrant police officers that are stuck here as sergeants in Angleton, Texas. Are you... Big dog working as a sergeant at Angleton, Texas. So they put their little lie report, and the magistrate can either rubber stamp it or they can say no. And whether or not, whichever occurs, doesn't have anything to do how the charges proceed. If the magistrate kicks it out, the DA can still refile it by information or to the grand jury. And if the magistrate does say that there's probable cause, the DA can still ask the judge to dismiss it. I don't know if Ask Much actually knows how the criminal justice system works. John, will you come tell them about magistration, please?
So,
closer. So I didn't hear you.
So basically, they take me in there. One thing, they cleared the courtroom just for me. They made sure I go last, just in the parking lot over there. And at that point, the magistrate comes up, and I attempt to first off ask for for the case to be dismissed due to no probable cause. He said they put in a report that was the probable cause. I don't think he read it. I don't think he watched the first video as to what was happening. Of course, that was denied. Then I asked for a PR bond because I'm obviously a well-known, well-established in this community. I travel all over Texas and Louisiana for court dates that I've had associated with my activism. There is no way that I'm not going to appear for a court date. He, at that point, asked me to stop talking over him, and didn't listen to a word I said. The police chief saying that the magistrate verifying the arrest is a joke. He saw no evidence, took the report, and rubber stamped, gave me a $1,000 bond. Which I'm very grateful for you guys having my back, watching and knowing that what happened to me was all in the light. Yeah, we have some spectators over here, so that's why we're a little sidetracked.
Sorry guys, I was going to film this officer who's looking like he's... Oh, my snap came on. Can we hold this for a second? My bag's kind of all messed up there. And don't get too far separated from us. So please do stay live with us. They're acting really weird. I think they're just scared. The bushes to hide in are actually a lot closer than where he is. But the police officers are either getting ready to do something cute or they're just really scared. I don't know which. We have about 1,000 people watching, so it'd be quite an audience. go ahead and read the rest of this press release. I know a lot of y'all don't want to get on Facebook for political reasons, and I can't fault you for that. Please know that the APD is honored and humbled to have the support and trust of its citizens and guests demonstrated in word and deed on a daily basis. We appreciate it dearly and work diligently to keep earning it. They're the type of people that constantly need their egos boosted. They need their egos boosted, and hearing things that aren't compliments probably makes them cry because they're so awesome. I would like to reinforce that we will always diligently, eagerly, and earnestly respect the constitutional rights of all citizens and guests in our jurisdiction. We have no malice or contempt for those that wish to hold government entities and agents accountable. What a joke. It's not just us that they treat poorly, they treat other groups poorly as well, by the way. In fact, we appreciate the notion of all Americans to protect civil liberties within the boundaries of the law. We simply wish to preserve the ability to do our sworn duties safely, efficiently, and effectively for the sake of public and our officers. As a police chief, my highest priority is the safety of our citizens and staff. We invite all citizens and guests of our city to partner with us in accomplishing that mission. Indeed, when we film, keeping people safer, everyone, is exactly what we aim to do. That was me talking, not him, of course. Back to his statement. Also, know that I am completely resolved to holding the thin and sometimes blurred line between lawfulness and lawlessness, peace and violence, safety and danger. We've got a couple of drive-by. That's the second or third drive-by we've had.
They just drive by.
They want to come. They want to come see the celebrities, but I guess they don't want to talk to us. You're welcome to come. You know, frankly, they probably already have the list based on your social media where you stand on APD. I hate to say, but our government's getting pretty big into the surveillance, the Big Brother list of who's who. So to those that have indicated today that they seek to do my staff and I harm because of this incident, please know that my officers and I are undeterred and are resolved to do our duty. We will continue to preserve, protect, and defend both the rights of the people and that of government to govern in accordance with the Constitution and statutory laws of the land. What? What? Is this guy really inconservative? He says the right of the government to govern? Is something in the air here or water? Well, I don't know. They have different water up here, right? They don't have the amoeba water here, correct? Maybe he lives down in Brazosport. The government has authority. The government has authority. Individuals have rights. They're so confused. They're so confused. I just don't think they realize that they are the state that they go home and complain about when they watch Fox News Channel. I don't think they get it. I call for peace, harmony, and healing for all. Moreover, I believe in our ability to attain that if we are all diligently seeking them in a true spirit of resolution. I don't know what his word structured there in that last sentence lost me. Respectfully, Aaron Assmuch, MS, CPM, Chief of Police at 104 Cannon Drive, which, by the way, if anything happens to us, that's exactly where we are right now. Angleton, Texas, 77515. If you don't want to send mail, post office is actually right next door. 979-849-2383. That was the first press release. I don't think it was very persuasive. Probably people were a little shocked to see how, immediately. I think John just got home, and the police chief is issuing the press release saying that he supports his officer. Now, I could have told you immediately when I knew about the arrest, I knew the chief would do that. But y'all probably didn't. Y'all probably thought that officer was out of control, that officer was not representative of the department, and that he was just a bad apple, and certainly egregious violations of rights would not occur in such a supposedly conservative Republican place. Nevertheless, to reiterate, the police chief said, after a thorough review of the facts in this incident, I support my officers' actions because they are compliant with departmental policy and within the statutory elements of the case. Thank you, Bob, for the super chat. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to adjust my lighting. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
That press release is on the Facebook page, Angleton Police Department's Facebook page.
Future-proof it a little bit. Thank you, guys. I have my settings on manual because normally I'm behind the camera, and I paused it here. Thank you for helping me out with that. I forgot who it was, but I think it was one of the channel members.
PayPal.me/extra good citizen is the PayPal link. If apparently some of the mods are struggling to do that. I'm mods in both of them. I can do it.
I have a description, the PayPal for Extra Good Citizen. So, $1,000 bond that News Now Houston and I posted. Boy, the best part of that was the look on the jailer's face when they told me, and a minute later I had $1,000 on the other side of the window. We had to get his car out of jail, and that surprisingly was harder to come up with the exact change than it was to get him out of bail with 4 figures. Attorneys, legal fees, lost time, whatever else goes into it, and then ideally a civil suit, and let's put Turner v. Driver to work. Costs money, gas, equipment, cell phone, data. Guys, just me personally, I don't know about John, but I'm spending like $300 or $400 a month just on data. And so I appreciate the channel members for covering my ongoing costs. Software subscriptions, everything. I'd say I got a good $700. And that's not even payroll. Just $700 in subscription expenses per month to keep going. So I know John has a lot of expenses too, and I appreciate Jim the Trucker. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the super chat. I missed your super chat earlier. I'm sorry, guys. I got on a little roll there. I was on a roll. The next topic I wanted to discuss, and John, I'll just ask for you not to say anything because I don't want you to discuss the details of your case. I want to save that for your civil attorney to discuss in front of the court. If they were smart, they would come up here and they would say, John, we've already got the DA to drop the check, and we were wondering if $50,000 would make everything okay. Right. They're not smart. They're blue lion tyrants that think they know it all. Officer, I don't know why you won't just come over here and watch it live. Why watch it on the phone when you could watch it live? You could watch from the audience. Why not come watch it live? Why hide? Are you really going to go take out more cameramen in Angleton? How do you think that's going to make the people feel if you take out more cameramen in Angleton? How would y'all feel, viewers, if the police took out even more cameramen filming the government in Angleton? How would that make you feel? So there's someone in a truck there, John. I wonder, is that Asmuch coming? Someone just showed up in a vehicle. Maybe it's Asmuch coming to do an interview. Wouldn't that be nice for everyone? I have the law here at the very back of my clipboard here. So, Texas Penal Code 38.15. Let me see if I can grab it out of here and put it on top. Oh, I lost all my papers. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All of them except for one. Wonderful. And let's see, hey, John, I need a phone. So I just got an alert. Don't go to it. I mean, go to it later, or you can go to it now. I'd appreciate to have backup, but I just got an alert that Eric Brandt's Telegram service just did a, oh, I can do it on mine. That's right, because I'm not live on that. So I don't think Eric would mind, but I just got a alert of a telegram to Angleton. So let's watch the telegram to Angleton here.
If this is an emergency, hang up and dial 911. Para español, oprima uno. For dispatch or to report an accident, press 1. For records, press 2. For administration. Wait while I transfer your call. Angleton Police Department.
Hey, how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing alright?
Hey, listen, I just wanted to call you guys and let you know, not everybody feels the same way about the police as some of these people that might be calling you today.
Mm-hmm.
So
We appreciate it.
yeah, so I'd like to show my appreciation and give you a short singing telegram. If you don't mind, I'll go ahead and begin. Happy, 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 fuck the cops day. It's every day of the... Oh, she hung up on me.
Did she hung up on you?
Angleton Police Department, how can I help you?
Hi, I think we got disconnected. Let me finish my verse. Happy, 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 fuck the cops day.
Wait while I transfer your call. Angleton Police Department, how can I help you?
It's every day of the
He
week.
just starts where he left off.
This
Reached the Angleton Police Department. If this is a... Wait while I transfer your call.
Wait, are you live on that one too? Oh, okay. Oh! Kick the tripod.
Angleton Police Department. If this is... Wait while I transfer your call.
What? Let's go down on. Alright, so that's the singing telegram service. There's a couple more minutes of that. Y'all can go check that out on Eric Brandt's channel. I'm gonna leave you with a cliffhanger there and not show all of it. And that's on the Eric Brandt shows where you can find that. And Eric Brandt, oh, here comes another one on his little swarm route coming in. John's filming them static as they do their little swarm around us. Oh man, scared cops swarming. Can't say I haven't seen that one before. Let me get back to my chat, guys. One moment. Let's see. TX Sheep. We're gonna do another, but TX Sheepdog has one too.
Go on, mix it up.
After we watch the ads.
Topping pizzas from Domino's for $5.99 each.
Well, that sounds good. Domino's. All right, we have one from TX Sheepdog now. Did I turn off my camera? Oh, darn it, I'm sorry, I hit the button.
Primo uno. For dispatch or to report an accident, press 1. Wait while I transfer your call. Angleton Police Department.
Yes, ma'am. I need to be connected to the Chiefs line there.
hang on just a second.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Chief Aaron Osmus.
is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hey, Chief, this is James Jefferson again. I just read your threat. You can stick that thread up your ass. Do you not realize that the phone calls you're getting is part of the constitutionally protected activities of the people to redress their government agencies when they're acting bad? And then you pull this silly stuff of saying that when we call a non-emergency number, that we're threatening emergency services. What is there any lie you're not willing to say to protect your thugs, you fucking piece of shit? That's bullshit, you know it. And now you come on there and you make your little sideways threat.
And we're getting to that. James Jefferson's getting ahead of us. I gotta put it back to manual. Automatic focus. One moment, guys. So the chief did a threat. It's kind of failed, but I'll read it in a second. We're getting ahead of ourselves there. Okay, now I wanted to discuss. If I can get back to my chat again. I wanted to discuss the arrest.
Smart YouTubers get 110% profit.
I have to watch that on my own video. Isn't that wonderful?
Read it in a second.
All right, live chat. We have eight Angleton cops, maybe 7 plus Savaggio gave me a down thumb, but I do appreciate everyone who's watching. We have 943 people. Maybe we could get it up to 1,000 thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. If you're on the mobile, let me show you how you do it, because I didn't know this for a while, and I don't know if this is in focus or not, but you hit the X up there, and then you hit the thumbs up, and then you go back to live chat. And I normally don't like my own video, but I for like months I didn't understand how to like a video on mobile, and so that's how you do it. Ignorant Plebs liking the show says it's hilarious. Well, it's pretty outrageous to me, because this is where I live, and you know, having to drive down through Angleton, which I do regularly, and when I'm out doing my job, and I think we're very respectful, by the way, and very aware when we're doing our job. It's outrageous that this is what I have to kind of have in the back of my mind. Does it scare me? No, not a bit. Will it slow me down? No, I'll probably be up in Angleton more now. Will it add my Angleton stories higher up on the priority list of post-production? Oh, you bet it will. Will we spend even more time making those Angleton stories even better? Oh, you betcha. You betcha. That's good. I was worried they snatched you up around there, John.
No, I just wanted to get that black.
What were they doing? Was it Chief Asmuch that came?
No, it's just Sergeant.
Sergeant Rodriguez?
I couldn't see him. It wasn't him. It didn't look like him.
So, I want to go over the law that they purport that John broke. It's called Section 3815, Interference with Public Duties. Subsection A. A person commits an offense if the person with criminal negligence interrupts, disrupts, impedes, or otherwise interferes with, and then the applicable one here would be the sanitation worker. The police officer. While the officer is performing a duty or exercising authority imposed or granted by law, right? Now, these dumb, ignorant snowflakes, right? Our rights of government. Like, even in the law, they probably didn't even read the law that they charged John did with, because if they did read it, it would have explained that they have duties to perform or authorities that they can exercise, the duties being imposed, the authorities being granted by law. They're not rights. They're not out there doing rights. Oh, I have a right to handcuff you. Or no, they're either performing a duty or exercising authority. They don't even know the basic fundamental principles of American governance. They don't get it. And this is a huge problem we have with government, especially local government, is they don't even understand how government works in our country. They just see it as they get to do anything they want. They're never held accountable. It's a two-tiered system. It's us. It's them. It's us. No justice. Huge salaries. A lot of them do very little work. Very easy jobs. Amazing job security. Benefits. On our backs. Even over this past 12 months when a lot of people haven't been able to work, still have to pay taxes, these guys even getting double time because of it. Not working any harder though. Probably working less hard. Because there's not as many people out, and so we'll have less contact because of those concerns. Anyhow, I wanted to go, so I covered subsection, I think it's under, subsection D. It's a defense to prosecution that the alleged interference consisted of speech only. I covered that thoroughly the other night. I covered that because I thought, I just was cracking up that the officer articulated the defense. And it's not an affirmative defense. Affirmative defense is where the defendant has to bring it up in court and then basically present it and persuade the jury through a preponderance of evidence that the affirmative defense circumstances existed. A defense to prosecution, it's on the state. And so, and defenses of prosecution is how most, in almost probably every chapter of the Texas Penal Code, for instance, a judge carrying it to the court. It's a defense to prosecution. Law enforcement officers carrying in many situations. A firefighter entering property to put out a fire. It's a defense to prosecution under the trespass law. On and on and on. If they want to act like a defense of prosecution means you still get to arrest, then they should be arresting themselves, their judges, every day. Because every day they're doing things that are a defense to prosecution. I wanted to focus tonight though. Alright, the killer mosquitoes are coming out already. That's Brazoria County, you got the killer mosquitoes.
I don't even notice them. I've been here so long.
No, it was just, I saw it and then it,
Oh, you didn't get it yet. Okay.
I wanted to focus on the main part of the statute tonight. So, to be found guilty, you have to meet beyond a reasonable doubt every element of an offense. So the first part is the peace officer is performing a duty or exercising an authority imposed or granted by law. See, we have someone else here. See a fan or just kind of pay attention, John. So if you're just sitting around talking, or if the whole thing was a setup, a rigged setup, or if the stop was over and you're just sitting around talking to a bootlicker, because it looked to me like he did whatever he was doing in the truck, the Tahoe, and then walked over and gave whatever to the driver, and at which point the stop was over. Just chit-chatting with a bootlicker is not an authority granted by law. It's not necessarily illegal. I don't pay government employees to sit around and chit-chat with, people building up their egos. But that's not exercising an authority. So there would be nothing to even interfere with. So the first thing that the state has to establish beyond a reasonable doubt that indeed the police officer, and in fact some might argue whether or not he's a police officer and not just a criminal at that point. And I'm probably getting a little dark again. I need to turn up my ISO. The next element. The person interrupts, disrupts, impedes, or otherwise interferes with. Clearly, John did none of the above. And very factually, you can see the officer in no way is interrupted, is disrupted, is impeded, or otherwise interfered with. He just sits there communicating with the bootlicker, aiming the little flashlight into John's camera. So on the very nature there, based on what happened on scene, there was no interference. A is not even applicable. If you're a troll, I'm not even going to entertain you unless you can give me a timestamp where you claim some sort of interruption or disruption occurred. It didn't. The officer carried on just fine with whatever he was doing until the time when they went to go arrest John. The next thing is it has to meet culpability, criminal negligence, which means the person takes an unreasonable risk that the average person would consider it an unreasonable risk in the conduct that would cause the interruption, disruption, impediment, or otherwise interference. So I have to think about, what did John do? Well, John was doing three things. Number one, he was present. Number two, he was filming. And number three, he was speaking. He was present. Where was he present? He was present in a public right-of-way. John, I will ask you over here. Okay. So John was well away on the other side of the road, well away. The road was not closed. Traffic, people could travel or walk much closer to where John was. So on that, his presence, he was very sure to be in a very appropriate place. He could have been much, much closer. Much, much closer. So his presence wasn't an unreasonable risk. He was in a public right-of-way, places where people could have been closer. Next, he had a camera. Well, we know that just the action of filming cannot exclude you from where anyone else can be. And since anyone else could be closer, since John had a camera, it's just not even relevant to the situation. But wait, it is, because John was engaged in the constitutionally protected activity of press, of gathering content for publication about the acts of government officials or employees. And in Texas, we also have a statutory right to know what the government is doing at all times. We get to decide what we should and should not know, not them. They don't get to decide what we should or should not know. That leads us to the next thing, and that's speaking around an officer. And clearly, you're never going to find anything that makes what he was saying. It's no profanity, no vulgarity. The loudness, I don't know, the decibel, how loud he was not unreasonable. None of that was unreasonable. So there's nothing about what John did that would meet the culpability, even if there was a interruption, disruption, impediment, or other interference, which there wasn't. So to me, I'm looking at this is that almost every element of the offense is not met, and furthermore, the defense to prosecution certainly would provide. All you have to do is, if there's reasonable doubt when you introduce that defense to prosecution, so beyond a reasonable doubt to get convicted. So it's just anything a little below that. Once you got that in, not guilty. Now, of course, we're here in the corrupt local government club in the central Brazoria County. The district attorney, the old district attorney, Jerry Guinea, who refused to prosecute disgraced former Speaker of the Texas House of Representatives, Dennis Bonnen. She resigned last fall, about 4 or 5 months ago. bootlicker, authoritarian fascist Greg Abbott. He's a Republican. He's our governor. He appointed the new district attorney. And I'll have in my story that I'm doing Greg Abbott's thoughts about the police, and y'all will not like it. Greg Abbott's going to try to make lots of authoritarian laws in this upcoming legislative session. We're actually in it right now. Getting this everyone riled up about pro-police stuff to an insane level where we even widen the gap between the two classes of people. That's what's coming in Texas this spring. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to use. Frankly, John and I are conservatives too and vote Republican. Nevertheless, I wouldn't be surprised if the other Republicans want to try to use us to somehow advance their political agenda. It's no surprise to me that the magistrate judge rubber stamped it. Of course he's going to go along with the government club. I didn't think that he was going to give any special favors to John or review the video or come in early to get him out of jail. Or I knew he wasn't. I just wanted to make sure that we tried to do that so when campaign season goes around, we can communicate all of the people involved in the corrupt local government club. So what we do, we gather evidence and we report it when it's time to tell those stories. I'm not kidding myself. I knew I was posting a bond for you, John. And I knew it would be a pretty high bond. But hey, I knew that we would have it covered. We had plenty of cash that day. They weren't even nowhere close to our cutoff for having to go get a bondsman, by the way. Nowhere close. Not even. The jury. Ooh, it's going to be hard to find an impartial jury here. More people know who John is in this county who know who Aaron Asmuch is. More people know who John is than they know of the justices of the peace or even the district judges or the DA. Everyone has an opinion about John in this county. And it doesn't take much for a DA to manipulate a bunch of bootlicker jurors. I haven't had this conversation with John, and John, don't get your feelings hurt. I wouldn't be surprised if they railroad him and convict him just like Chief McAnus did to Mexican Padilla in San Antonio Municipal Court 2 years ago for cussing at the police. But they're going to have a harder time in the First Court of Appeals, which includes Harris County, includes justices for some background. Some of them come from the Public Defender's Office. They come from backgrounds that aren't just going to side with this. Let the police do whatever they want, no matter what the law is. The police can do no wrong. Once it moves higher up, they're not going to go for it. Furthermore, if it goes there, then when John's acquitted at that level, when they order the district court to acquit him, that is, there will be compelling case law. So, if it goes that level, and they ever do anything like that or arrest like that again, that would put those tyrant officers in a bad spot. So, we can only hope that there's some respectable assistant district attorneys in the district attorney's office that don't want to be known for the individual who played politics to please people in the local government club to go after someone who is doing nothing wrong, who is practicing constitutionally protected activity, to report about and publish what the government is doing. It's something that you'd hear from out of Hong Kong. If you haven't heard about what's going on in Hong Kong, you should look it up. And other places across the world. What is America becoming? What is Texas becoming? What is happening to us? Now, there's one more update before we start the Open Records Marathon. Everyone was very interested in the Open Records. Let me check my settings here. I probably need to... Oh no, we're still probably pretty good. We're on the ambient light at this point. I'll pull it up on my phone so I can see here. Hey, EA67 Nova, super sticker says keep it up. I appreciate the super sticker.
Cream City News in my chat. Thank you for the super chat.
Cream City News, I shared your video a few hours ago, by the way. Limo Man 410, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Evan Bull, you're a bootlicker. Joe called Anita. So, why don't y'all have a legit conversation with Evan Bull about Joseph Aggio and why you think he's not right for Leon Valley? Maybe Evan will listen to you. Don't know. He might.
Start the open.
Yeah, it is pretty dark.
You're a bootlicker. Joe called and he.
I am pretty dark here.
Move inside.
No. I like it being outside. The wind's not too bad. I just need to adjust my settings here. All right, that should make me work. Or you can hold a flashlight on me. All right. Hey Matt, thanks for watching. Thank you everyone for being in here. And how many up thumbs? So we got over 500 thumbs up. So we may get a few more 100 thumbs up. Appreciate everyone, the super chats, the support. And in the description should be the link for John's PayPal. I didn't test it. I copy and pasted what you sent. Did you make sure that link in my description works? Why don't you check and make sure it works? All right, yeah, no, that is better, isn't it? So the other day, Patrick was in there doing his stuff. There were other people at the jail, guys, and we had more people in route. Patrick and David don't even know about it, but there were people in route. There are other people there. We're very thorough when we know the people are escalating. In fact, I'll tell you who did break policy Thursday night. John broke policy because I tried to impress upon John that we are not to be in this town alone, because the people who have the rusted badge in this town are not all of them, but a number of them are very dangerous individuals. Is it misting? We may have to go. Actually, we are going to have to move inside.
Let's move inside.
Just my 2.0 says, best of luck, men. You're much appreciated. Thank you. This is my 2.0. And I'm going to have to move over here under the opening, guys, because we're getting some rain. Where is the window where I can get my open records? Oh, is that what we do? Well, I'm not done yet. I have to read his next letter.
Okay. Let's read his next letter from inside.
Let's just do it out here. Is that your tripod?
Yes.
Is that the window though, right there? The one I'm pointing at?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, let's go back to dental.
This might be a little quieter actually with the pillars here and walls, not as much wind. Texas Sheepdog is in here and wants a wrench. Well, maybe I have a policy that I don't give cops wrenches on my live channel. Ever thought about that? Maybe I have a policy in addition to the policy that John broke being here alone. And once again, I'm left out of a lawsuit. Oh yeah, there y'all can see me really well. Oh, someone sent us pizza. That's very nice. I don't know what the pizza is. All right. Wait, buffering what? No, I'm at 6,400 megabits per second. I think I'm fine. So, Chief Crybaby. Chief Crybaby. No, I don't even see him in here. I think he got blocked. Did one of the moderators block TX Sheepdog? Oh boy, I'm going to hear about that. Oh boy. Oh boy. So today, Chief Assmuch gets back on Facebook and he cries. Dear citizens and guests, I have heard the voicemails, listened to the phone calls, and read the emails, which clearly indicate that there is a very passionate small group that objects to Mr. Gray's arrest. Yes, you heard me right. There's a very passionate small group. Only 861 are watching on my stream, and 104 on John's, which, by the way, why can't I click on that? Why can't I click on that? Well, how do I see who it is?
Oh, just scroll. I'll show you. Just scroll up.
Thank you, just my 2.0 for the super chat to Extra Good Citizen.
Click on that.
There's one over there.
I see him. I'm on him.
They going back on their surveillance route to find the backup.
Yeah. They won't find them.
He's not using his blinker, is he? Do you have that on record? I have it on my body camera.
Got on my
See,
body.
these thugs won't even use their blinker.
No turn signals coming out.
No turn signals.
What would happen to me or you, Justin? For that, especially me and you. We didn't use our turn signal.
A very passionate small group. I think I discussed a minute ago how my videos, just my decent everyday videos, reach more people in 24 hours than this entire town. I will also add that my videos reach a lot of people in this town. A lot of people, hundreds if not thousands of people in Brazos County. Brazoria County. Hopefully I have a few people in Brazos too. That's where College Station is. For about the past 10 years of my life, I've just lived up and down the Brazos River. There's almost no more spots along the river I could live. Oh, y'all timed out Sheepdog. Oh, he's going to be so... Oh boy, he's going to be... It's a passionate small group. It's a passionate small group, he thinks. He says, he purports. 2 days ago, it was phone calls from around the U.S. and world, and now it's just a passionate small group. Guess he's trying to make it seem like there's only a couple of us his bootlickers need to eliminate. They clearly indicate that there is a very passionate small group that objects to Mr. Gray's arrest. And I want you to know, I hear you, and I understand your reasoning as you have stated it. It is simply my obligation to objectively see it through to its conclusion based on the evidence that exists. There is nothing more that can be done on the matter from the position of police department or the police chief except to participate in the court proceedings to come. Wrong. Wrong, absolutely wrong. That's absolutely incorrect. Internal affairs, they probably don't even have that here. The professional officer, lieutenant, or whatever you have, could investigate it. Maybe determine that the officer isn't going to be able to continue with the affidavit, whatever BS was even written on the affidavit, which I don't have a copy of. I'd sure like to have it. John Martin sent $5 and said, you should invest in Able small ring light. You can buy them. Yes, a light would be good for these sort of interviews, but I don't use them on scene. I just use whatever lights on scene when I normally film. I normally am not out on location doing interview live streams like this, but you're right. I should have brought one of the lights to throw on the camera. It's not normally in my field kit, but John Martin, very smart. You can get a small ring light at Walmart. Masters Mitch, or however you say your name, says, why are most chiefs cowards? I don't know. Most of them like to run and hide. The other day one came out and said, I'm not hiding, Justin, I'm not hiding. I'll do an interview with you, but you can't record me. Oh, and he was, did you see that, John? He was shaking. He was like shaking, like more than Blackmore shakes. I mean, he was shaking. I wonder if Ass Much is shaking that much. Sheepdog was a cop, but I'm sorry, once a cop, always a cop. And cops aren't getting a rich on Justin Pulliam Live. He can go make a sock account if he wants to chat on this channel. Oh, man. Here comes a cute part of his propaganda. His propaganda continues. Please consider letting the justice system run its course. That's code for STHU, shut the heck up. What you're supposed to do when the police are questioning you. When you're questioning the police, they want you to just shut the heck up. Now, if they stop you, they're going to badger you and intimidate you and try to get you to talk. But when you're asking questions of your own government, they just try to get you to shut the heck up. Oh, don't, just let the corrupt local government club run its course. Them thinking that the DA is going to aggressively prosecute it. Everyone along the way will just rubber stamp it. That's what so often happens at the local government club. We weren't kidding when immediately John had attorneys that we were communicating with. Criminal defense is looking really fine if they choose to go try to do this political hit through. John's in good shape there. But that's their, oh my gosh, someone really did send us pizza. I don't believe it. Thank you. Thank you, viewers. Y'all are so considerate. I love it. Y'all are so nice. And watch them just go bring it to the dispatcher. It's to the dispatcher, and we're someone sent it to the. Oh man, that'd be full Justin. Full Justin. But if it is for me, how did they know that I love my Domino's? Because I eat it on every live stream, and they're probably thinking a live stream, but this could be for them. Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't know yet. So I probably shouldn't get too far ahead of myself.
Then we'll get charges for theft of pizza.
Well, it'd just be embarrassing that the bootlickers are watching and sending them pizza, and we're just left out here to dry.
Right.
Which we'll find out in a second. But, most live streams I do eat pizza, so.
This is Justin.
Oh, it is for me. The pizza is for me. Well, that's so nice for someone to send some, because I always have pizza when I'm doing broadcasting. Did they add a tip to it?
It is from Rotten. What's it called?
I don't know.
Rotten Apples?
Rotten apples.
Did, you know what? Do you have any cash?
None.
Okay, hopefully I got a tip to it.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Let's see what I do at the count.
Broadcasting for what?
So we're doing a story. This is my friend John Gray.
I was
And
going-
the Angleton police arrested him for talking the other day. So we're doing a story about
You saw the video?
I did.
That's me.
Okay. Yeah, they do some stupid things here. Very stupid things.
Got some drinks too.
Two.
I am really thirsty, so I'm gonna go.
Thank you very much.
Rotten apples, you're awesome, and I think I added what, $4 or $5 to that? $4 to that, and I'm sorry, I don't have any. We had a deal getting exact change at the tow place, so I don't want that.
I don't have any plates, sorry.
No, what's that?
If I-
What is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out here. I'll check it out here, guys. It is pepperoni. We are in good shape. I won't much on that while I'm talking, but I will have a sip on that. Yeah, I appreciate you taking care of us. Have a good evening. Oh, darn it. Why don't we put this up somewhere where we don't get anything into it?
Here, I'll be in charge of pizza.
Put it on the punch truck or something. And then will you get a Coke out when you get done with that, please? All right. Thank you, Rotten Apples, for the pizza. I appreciate it. What would the live stream be without pizza? All right. So, the police chief, is that for me? Yes. Okay, I haven't had a sip, guys. I've been talking so much. I've been talking for an hour now. Okay, road to prison, I think. Road to prison. Okay, got it. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, y'all are, unless y'all have already been on his Facebook page to see his crybaby rant. How do y'all feel that the people, the small group, are sending the broadcasters food tonight? How do you feel about that? Thank you again. You don't know how much this hits the spot. Ah. Thank you. And by the way, I responded to his comment. I said, hey, here's my number. Let's interview. Come on. Stop hiding. Let's come on and talk. Be a man. Let's talk it out. He acts like he tries to play a big game in his rhetoric, but he won't even come talk. The Brazoria County Criminal District Attorney's Office, by the way, I called them on Friday. They hung up on me. I called back. They wouldn't even take my call. Brazoria County District Attorney's Office. We'll talk to him at some point. He says the DA's office has a case and will be doing its part in the criminal justice process. If and when it goes to trial, then a judge will hear the case, and either a judge or jury will make a verdict. If Mr. Gray is found not guilty, then he can proceed as he wishes to legally hold the department accountable, as many of you have stated. There again, he wants y'all to just shut up and go through the local corrupt government club. But there's so much more that we can do. There's so much more that we can do to hold bad cops accountable. Really, it's almost the entire force. Certainly all of the administration. And it goes over to City Hall too. We can get people recalled. We can replace people. We can petition to have employees fired and replaced. Not just at the police department, over at City Hall too. We can do ballot initiatives. We can make sure each and every person that lives in this town knows that they can record the cops and that they don't have to talk to the cops. And to report us tips of wrongdoing, immoral activity by sergeants, and other things that the police do that they shouldn't be doing. We can document what they do, publicize what they do, so people know what the police are really doing on their taxpayer dime. We can defund the police even. We don't have to wait for a criminal prosecution to run its course. No, we can be loud, we can petition government, and we can do it right now. In fact, there's no better time than right now. And we won't be manipulated by a bad cop to just go in the box and ignore wrongdoing while the government, the local government, sweeps it under the rug. Not on my watch. And as much, you're pretty ignorant to even think you can get away with this little ploy that you're trying to do to make it go away. You're just going to motivate more and more and more people across the country. Now, maybe you think that the government's doing great. That maybe John did something wrong. I wonder if the government would politely discuss that with you, or if they'll hang up on you like they did to me. I wonder. My experience is, I say, hey, you want to do an open records request? Do it. Even if it's mundane information. Because I know that 4 out of 5 open records requests that people do, they're going to be left with a sour taste about government afterwards. Because government just can't seem to fake a smile and serve the people who they purportedly are there to serve. by the way, we're doing this stream to support John's fight against tyranny, to support him. He's a victim of malicious prosecution right now. And false arrest, severe constitutional rights violations, for which we now have case law in Texas, Turner v. Driver. His PayPal link is in the video description, and you did confirm that that works?
Yes.
His PayPal link is in the video description, and if you want to pull up your PayPal here in a second, we can thank the people who have helped so far. The chief continued in his rant today, his keyboard warrior from Mama's basement, Grandma's basement. If John is determined guilty, then a Class B level punishment would be assessed, and of course, appeals can be made. Oh, most certainly they would be. These checks and balances are the cornerstone of our justice system. He's trying to be cute about saying you can beat the rat, but you can't beat the ride. This thing we hear on scene from cops all the time. Oh, you know, if the cop effed up, oh well, you'll fix it in court. Forget that you're seized and confined as an innocent person. That's radical. That's just radical. Totally radical. Seizing innocent people, radical. The stress, the monetary cost, the time cost of defending prosecution, but these good cops protecting and serving. Oh, you know, if they make a mistake, that's what the court system is for. Rarely does a cop get in trouble. Rarely does a cop get in trouble when someone they arrested is acquitted. And that's far from the checks and balances of government. And by the way, the police do try to be a fourth branch of government accountable to no one. But I'm here today to say that's not going to be the case here in Angleton. We will hold them accountable. Since the individuals don't seem to reform, seem like they're only going to double down, that probably means replacing personnel. Because after all, personnel is policy. If you want better department, you got to have people who understand the Constitution and have true respect for the people who they serve and who pay their salaries. Chief Asmuch continued, if APD has erred in any way, we will be held accountable as law enforcement has been in the past. And if we have followed the law, then the same system will affirm that and fairly dispense the predetermined accountability for Mr. Gray for the Class B misdemeanor offense. Again, I don't think he gets it. We don't give one shit what the local government club has to say about this matter. We don't care. Your Just Us system, your Injustice Center, we literally don't care what the district judges. By the way, if you go screenshot everyone who's been commenting against John Gray, which my team has been, you'll find that family members of the district judges in this county are on the thread saying stuff, bad stuff, nasty stuff about John Gray. So to think that I care what the local corrupt government club said, are you kidding me? The government club that would not even prosecute disgraced Dennis Bonin? By the way, I told Bonin to his face that being on audio recording was going to be the end of him. And I told people about the strategy, and sure enough, what happened? Bo Stallman's the sheriff, not Richard Foreman. I wonder who put a lot of videos that went viral around this county showing the real Richard Foreman. These people who think they're so secure in this county, you might start waking up. There's people on every street who support real justice, not corrupt justice, real justice, real equality, accountability, efficiency in government, true limited government. government that serves instead of attacks. If you don't get on with the program, you're going to get booted out. The people are fed up. The people are fed up. Chief Asmuch continues, it is clear that many of you know the law and the processes I am speaking of. So please allow these processes to run their respective course. Again, he's saying, shut the heck up and go back in your box. Don't reform my department. Don't make us change. We love the blue lion tyranny we're able to dish out here. Don't make us change. Keep in mind that not everything is caught on a single camera, as it only provides one vantage point, thereby obscuring the details of totality of the circumstances as they actually occurred. Chief, excellent point. Why have you not posted then the dash cam and body camera from your officers? Here in just a minute, I'll be requesting them from your department, and not to be a nuisance, you dumb shit. Like, I have time in my life to just tool people around. That's what y'all guys do. Y'all tool people around. Make no mistake, I am very serious about what I do, and I don't have a second to spare in my life. So if I ask you for something, it's because I know tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people would like to see it so they can understand how government works. You made an assertion here that you're claiming that maybe another camera shows something negative about Mr. Gray. So post it, why don't you? Or certainly I know you'll promptly turn it over maybe tomorrow. It should be tomorrow. A lot of people are interested in this. You're making the assertion, so if you don't turn this over, I'll have to ask you, and I think everyone might be asking you, Chief, what do you have to hide when you yourself implied that your cameras make John look bad and your officers look good? I don't understand why we haven't seen the video yet, if again this assertion is correct. This is cute. Moving forward, please know that it is neither our intention nor our desire to engage or arrest people for simply exercising free speech and filming, nor has it ever been. Those so inclined, feel free to do so without concerns for any retaliatory response. When the officers swarming around us looking for everyone we're with. Oh, but feel free to do so without any concerns for retaliatory response while they swarm around. I mean, they literally think that people, and don't get me wrong, there's about 200 or 300 people who live in the city who will eat up anything that the propaganda, they eat it up. And I know we're not going to reach those die-hard bad cop supporters, not even going to try. Not interested of it. It's an insignificant tiny group. Insignificant tiny group. Yeah, you know, they send donuts and stuff up there. No one's sending them pizza right now. By the way, where's their pizza?
I put it in the car.
In the car. Okay. I can't believe it. The people really believe. Do y'all really believe those so inclined feel free to do so without concerns for any retaliatory response? Do y'all? I'm gonna my phone timed out. I want to know in the chat. Let me know if you really agree with what he's saying. If you would feel comfortable filming here in Angleton without a retaliatory response. What do you have to say? And Deacon Obi says, 2 shiner box on me when you both get home. Thank you. That would be great. That would be great. I appreciate the super chat. Oh man, he knows what I'll need when I get home. Does he ever? Oh, that's scary. Some of my subs are getting to know me pretty well. Oh boy!
Right.
I can only imagine my Fusion Center profile. Keith says that's his warning. There will be retaliatory response. Yeah, did you get some pizza yet?
No, I'm gonna wait on it.
Oh no, go ahead and eat it because that way I can eat it and you can talk to him. Because it's about pizza and I only have a couple more paragraphs to
Well,
go.
let's do our open records request.
I mean, it's going to get cold, so I want to get on it, and then we'll do the open records request.
Okay.
I have some soap in my truck if you want to get it too. I'll get the soap. The chief continues, we simply ask that when doing so, don't go beyond those protected actions which make an already unsafe situation even more dangerous for the citizens and the police. We will continue, in my experiences on most scenes, the camera makes everyone behave better. We will continue to abide by our policy of non-engagement. And I'll show y'all videos. They do anything but non-engagement. David, News Now Houston and I came and we were walking down the street and they all came and swarmed us. They all came and engaged us. John and I were filming, it was just a civil matter. There was no even criminal offense at an apartment complex. Every single officer made scene. Every single officer made scene to engage us. On Thursday night, they were certainly engaging John. Oh, now we're getting a nice little shower, aren't we?
That's me.
We will continue to abide by our policy of non-engagement unless there is a clear violation present or a danger to persons or property requiring action. I certainly have no quarrel with those of you. We got a call here.
They've been. That's their entire radio traffic for this entire time.
Just like one or two calls. We have no quarrel with those of you who have passionately voiced your arguments and concerns, but to those that are making unlawful threats, please understand that we will be forced. Oh, they'll be forced. Oh, this is the cops. The bad cops. They never do anything on their own discretion or initiative. They're always forced. When they go out to destroy people, they're forced to do it. How many times have I heard that sack of propaganda? How does government think that we'll want this to continue to exist when they continue to lie to us nonstop? They will be forced to address them if they continue or if they are attempted to be carried out. In my view, it actually hurts the cause for which you are fighting, and it is clear that others in the community feel the same way. Yes, I'm sure your echo chamber is stroking you, Chief. Oh, you don't have to go be on Justin's scary camera. We don't want you to make a fool of yourself on the real questions. Don't answer the real questions. You know, he'll call your lies out right then and there. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. What did he say? Something about logging. They're having MDT problems. Is that it? Here, I'll let you listen. Joe says, looking forward to the delicious next. They're doing their calls on the computer. They're doing the calls on the computer. They're trying to be so secret. So they've doubled down into being more operating in the dark, secret police. So his letter here, the chief is pretending to not mind transparency yet. They're doing everything they can to operate in secret out of this bad cop dungeon behind me. Everything they can do to operate in secret. The chief continued, my staff and I have heard your concerns, and we intend to move forward with our sworn duties regardless of the continued phone calls, emails, open records requests, and the like. These actions are no more than a nuisance to us. Let me repeat this. Let me repeat what this total tyrant actually said. He said, my staff and I have heard your concerns, and we intend to move forward with our sworn duties regardless of the continued phone calls, emails, open records requests, and the like. These actions are no more than a nuisance for us. This is sickening, it's disgusting, and it only gives me more strength in my resolve to reform via new personnel this very, very bad department. I guess forget the law. Forget the state law that they purport to be following that says that they are to liberally and promptly provide public information because we are the masters of them. And just how serious providing open records is. Now, they play a lot of games. Interestingly, I can't even speak anymore. I'm about to have to tap out and let John do it. They have the same city attorney as Rosenberg, Texas does. Go figure. These bad departments who rise to the top of the list in our bad department, they have so many things in common. What do y'all think about that in chat? Again, the phone calls, emails, open records requests, and the like. These actions are no more than a nuisance for us. Merely a nuisance. Forget. Purportedly, people might even consider themselves constitutionalists. Forget wanting to abide by the fundamental philosophy of American governance to be transparent and open, and that the people, it's the government by and for the people, that they should be receptive to petition, internalize the petition, reflect upon the petition, and prove because of the petition. No. It's just a nuisance to them. You're just nuisances like the mosquitoes we have here in Brazoria County. You're just a nuisance. The very real people in this city, in this county, in this state, in this country, on this planet,
We created changes.
who are calling for change. You're just a nuisance. What were you saying,
We
John?
created change. They're using a turn signal.
We created some change. Now he's using his right turn signal on this one. It starts somewhere.
Right.
It starts somewhere. They're nothing but status. Again, I cannot believe, even in Angleton, Brazoria County, the Biden thought reform reaching so far that now doing an open records request, open government, is just a nuisance. Not a very important duty that we're welcome to do, we're proud to do, we're happy to do. Do it well, do it comprehensively. We want to comprehensively and fully provide information to the public so they know what we're doing, because we know that the public is the boss and we merely serve them. No, that's not the attitude you're going to get at cities like Angleton, at police departments like Angleton Police. You're going to get scared chiefs who hide while being keyboard warriors, threatening to come after people and minimalizing your voice as merely a nuisance. Minimalizing your voice as merely a nuisance. And again, that's seen by him refusing to come on camera for an interview. We've known this department's been bad for a long time now. Maybe it's okay that John broke policy, because now we'll start focusing on this.
Right.
A city, no doubt, we will change. As you've seen in Leon Valley, it takes time. It'll probably take 4 years. I'm not going anywhere unless a bootlicker offs me. We have people around to make sure that doesn't happen. I will say I'm morally outraged, though, at the chief's political hit against us, his rhetoric to incite danger to me and John and others. It's disgusting that a public servant who I pay would try to, especially after what we just saw in Washington, D.C., that a government administrator would attempt to incite war lawlessness. They truly think they can get away with anything here in Angleton. The police chief continued, "You are only hurting the public by the few of you who repeatedly call to intentionally bog down our systems. Please do not be the reason someone's call for help is missed, and there is a tragedy as a result. Here's more of the police saved, the police are the ones who protect." No, the police aren't there to help you. You better be prepared to help yourself and your neighbor. I can assure you that if that occurs, any and all persons found to be the cause of that will be held legally and morally accountable. So there you have it. More threats. More threats. If you call the police chief's number that he himself leaves on his letter, he's already threatening to hold you accountable legally and morally. As if now the blue line gods, who you should all worship to, I guess, are doing what's, and look at them. A lot of them put Bible verses on what they do to purportedly justify their actions. It's disgusting. It's just disgusting that some of these people think they're the moral authority. Whoa. So here's the second threat that the chief has issued. Can you grab that top page for me? There you go. He finished. Finally, the constitutionality and legalities of this matter are in the capable hands of our justice systems. Lawyers, judges, and juries, which is designed to check and balance law enforcement actions like the one taken against Mr. Gray. Again, he is trying to reiterate that people are not supposed to have a voice. You're supposed to be in the box. You're not allowed to change your government. You're supposed to be the slave to your master. I'm not going to let that get. And I think probably almost everyone watching is saying, yeah, this guy's full of it. Join me in peacefully and patiently waiting for the system to run its course. Let's find a way to proceed in harmony despite our disagreement over this incident for the sake of our community, right? So harmony means they're not changing. He already said he supports them. They're not going to do anything. Harmony means we're supposed to just go in the box and go along with what government master says. Just obey. Don't be confrontational. Just yield to government. Yield to tyrannical government is his message. Wait for the corrupt local government club to steamroll John. Just shut up, guys. Just shut up. You're nothing more than a nuisance. Just shut up and let the government do what it wants. Let them get their huge salaries. Let them do their lawlessness. They're unequal that they can do anything. Patriots who follow the law can be arrested for anything at any time, for no reason at all even, by tyrannical cops, and you're just supposed to obey. You're just a nuisance, and you're not allowed to create change in your communities. This is the fascism, this is the communism, this is the statism of 2021. It's very real. It's right here at home. And it's just amazing to me that we have people in positions in government administrators, and we can't forget the counselors who support this behavior, this rhetoric. This is not America. This is not conservative. This is not in line with the values of our government, of the Constitution, not one bit. This guy can't even talk into the radio. That's so embarrassing. This is not America. She can't even get it either. If this is America, it's not America I want to be in. I'm not going anywhere though. I'm going to make it the America I do want to be in. And I hope all of you will join with me through this fight to defend John and to replace bad government employees. I hope you appreciate my show tonight. I'm going to turn it over to John. I'm going to get some pizza. And then we're going to do some open records. Not to be a nuisance, far from it. I don't have time. I don't have time for that. We're doing it because I want y'all to know what the government really does. I have a pretty good idea of the bad stuff they do, but I want to be able to make it not just an assertion, but show the full evidence. John, talk to the people. I'm going to wash my hands and maybe we can grab the pizza, okay?
So, as you know, everyone's been hit hard by this pandemic. The government's taken our jobs. The government's kicking us out of our homes. I myself, who am a highly intelligent, very employable IT professional, had issues finding a job. So now, I was literally, when I was doing this cop watch, I was going to do that cop watch. That's why I was staying out of the way. I didn't want any risk associated with it. And I was going to go home because I had work the next day. Little did I know, I wouldn't be making it to work the next day. Not to mention the fact that I know what the Brazoria County will do with this. They're going to get continuance after continuance after continuance. And then every time there's a continuance, I will have to miss a day of work. That's money away from me and my family. And imagine what happens to the, I mean, I am very fortunate that I have a lot of people that follow my small YouTube channel, and the cops know when I'm on scene. I've even been asked before, are you live or are you static? I never answer that question. They all have the notifications. They know when I'm live and when I'm static. Imagine what an average person goes through that doesn't have the support that me and Justin have. Imagine what the average person who doesn't have, at least me and Justin know that someone's always watching our back. Well, I want the people to know that I'm always watching your back. This is not going to get me to stop. As a matter of fact, you guys saw what happens when you don't record. I would be up against a serious criminal charge if I hadn't had my camera on that proves that I'm clearly innocent. Imagine, we would have to only use their reports. They're not gonna change their mind. They're actually doubling down and making it worse. So it's time for the police chief to do the right thing. You know that this is an unlawful arrest. You know that you have two bad cops. You can either provide them training or
Just two?
at least two.
You can't train people like that.
No, we could at least get them some
According
training
to
on
the
firearms.
police, they're not supposed to do what they did.
Right. Yeah, and it's funny that now all of a sudden that this has happened to me, now you have a retaliatory. And it's funny, why did you mention the word retaliatory?
Because Justin's really good at messaging, and I got Chief Asmus wrapped around my finger.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Ah!
And you clearly stated that I
Just
haven't-
like I own Joe, I own this guy now too.
Right. So we are capable. You have seen what our power is. We have replaced government in a small town. This is a small town. We can do the same thing here. Just keep in mind, there's recalls. We have all kinds of options. And at this point, when you violate my civil rights and you place me in a cage for a night because you're butthurt that I'm recording from across the street and I'm speaking to a live audience like I am now, you want to put me in a cage? You want to steal my car? You want to make it difficult for me to get my car back? Takes me hours. By the time
Well, I mean, you're right. It was clear prior restraint.
Yeah.
You were broadcasting, and they shut down your broadcast.
I clearly said I don't consent to any searches or seizures of my property. You went in my vehicle. You violated me.
There was no reason for them to touch your vehicle.
And if you think, my vehicle is actually on private property, so unless they were given a directive from the private property owner, I don't think they had any directive to tow my car away.
Well, that would be between the private property owner and the tow company, not
Right,
the police
right.
would not be involved.
Right. It's clearly on private property, so I don't know why that you thought towing my truck and costing me another $200 was a great idea.
Inflicting maximum pain. Just inflicting maximum pain. That's their game.
If you think I'm going anywhere, I'm not. As a matter of fact, I'm going to double down. I'm going to now we're going to have to. You changed your tactics, and I'm going to change mine, and that's all I'm going to say about it. But keep in mind, you will be watched. I'm not giving up. Let's go get some open records, Justin.
Can you have the pizza man?
Sure.
So I will say this town is very similar to Leon Valley. There's going to be a couple differences. One, it's 30 minutes away instead of 3 hours away from me. And two, I know a lot of the people here already. So whoever we get to replace the current council, I won't be I'll know we get the right people this time. There's really not a ton of people who truly understand liberty, and we'll do Angleton better than we did Leon Valley because we'll make sure that the people, and I might actually just move down here. I mean, it's close enough I can move here like nothing else. It's nothing to move here. John's probably going to move here too. So part of what we'll do, John and I will just move here. And then that's two of the people right here we won't have to be hesitant about, and we'll not mess up on the rest. Let me look at the chat and let's have some pizza. Let's get some pizza, man. That'd be great. This is awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to them. Now, if you have open records ideas, I have a list already. We're going to write them out here. They play lots of open records games, so it would help me out if y'all would duplicate my open records requests, but don't ever, like, everyone needs to kind of split it up because I already know one of the games they're going to play. But if one person just has one, then they can't play that game. So like if everyone just takes one for now, and then splits them up, then it'll take away one of their games. I don't know. Is they have an open records poster in here? So we get right there. We can get the email address. At the bottom left. No, it's that poster right there at the bottom left. The English one. Their records window. They claim they accept checks, money order, or credit cards only, no cash. These tyrants think that they can prohibit you from using cash to get open records. That's not going to hold up. That's not going to hold up at all. This is total tyranny. Everything is designed to screw people. Everything is designed to screw people. So, if you don't have a checking account, if you don't have a credit card, all right, here, put it in front and I'll zoom in on it. So, guys, be ready to take a screenshot, please. Be ready to take a screenshot. Get it a little closer, please. Closer. Oops, I know that. All right, there's information. Oh, what happened? Oh, it's actually fine if it gets darker. Oh, they turn it on one more time. Okay. All right.
In the same spot?
Just wherever you want to do it, and I'll zoom into it. Okay. So there's information for records. Looks like it's H. Chumley, HCHUMLEY at angletontext.us. That's ANGLETONTX.us. That's fine, just do it like that. Or you can fax it. Is that not their number, 2383? I thought that was their regular number.
I think what they've... Are they giving us a fax number to call?
I think that was their phone.
People know how to look up Angleton.
Anyway,
To get the number if that's wrong.
That's how you can do your own open records requests. Because you want to have information, not because you're trying to be a nuisance. What a turd to say something like that. That all these people are just a nuisance. Restrooms are closed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, That's the silliest thing when everyone's getting sick and the first thing everyone does is close all the sinks down. That's about the stupidest thing I've ever heard. We ought to have sinks at the entrance to every frickin' facility, every store, every government, every dormitory, restaurant. There ought to be sinks right outside the front door, right inside the front door. Instead, these dumbasses close the restroom. You can't get any stupider than government.
Here's some good pizza. You're not really starving. Thank you much.
These filthy tyrants are going to try to block our requests. They put a towel up in the window. They're going to try to block us. Oh, they want to do that on video. They can do that on video. It's not going to really screw with me. I don't know if y'all will like it.
That towel was not there when we first got it.
Oh, it wasn't? So, they won't retaliate against you, yet they're watching the stream back there and retaliating against us. John, do you want to buy a house or do you just want to rent somewhere?
Let's go with rent right now.
There's some really nice apartments up by the high school. Have you ever?
Run
Oh, there's apartments right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we should do.
I don't know what that house is.
I think that's what we'll do. We'll do the apartments right across the street.
So we're gonna have to push that button, wait for them to move the towel. You think that we're gonna get anyone to give us an open records request form right now?
No, I have my own. But you can go ask one for yourself. Go ask for one.
Let's see if I can
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ask for one. John, hold on, John. Go. Take the live. So if y'all want to see John, whether they give John a request form, go to Extra Good Citizen stream and watch on there. He has a lot of thumbs up. Good job. Go show them on their live. So I'm going to keep mine outside while we write these. And if you'd like to, is it still on?
No.
Go to Extra Good Citizen if you'd like to see what they do inside. If you'd like to see inside, you can resume it actually. Just refresh, I guess.
Yeah, I saved it. Let's see what happens.
All right, John's going in. You can watch on his stream to see if they give him before.
So I'm just gonna assume this shiny button is the button we're gonna push.
Dispatch, can I help you?
Hi, I need an open records request form, please.
Okay, unfortunately, our records division is not here. They're Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Okay, but you can just bring me a form, right?
I don't have access to their offices, and it's closed and locked, sir.
Who has? I mean, there's got to be somebody here that can give me open records request.
Nobody here has a key.
Do you have an email address that I can send? Can you give me the email address that I can send it to?
Sure, hold on just 1 second. Let me find that information for you.
Thanks. Hey guys, thank you very much for the super chats, by the way. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Are you ready for the email?
I am.
Okay, it's going to be records@angletonpd.net.
So that's records@angletonpd.net.
That's correct.
Okay. So we already have some open records ready for you to go. Can you just come up here and pick up this piece of paper, please?
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing.
We have some records ready for you. Can you just send someone up here to pick them up? Records request. We have them ready. Can you just come pick them up?
Yes, sir. During the hours of Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, as long as it's not a holiday.
Actually, you should be able to just come accept this piece of paper.
Okay. As far as I know, I believe they charge for that. I'm not quite sure. I don't work in records, but they are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. After hours, their door is locked and nobody else has a key.
Okay. Can you just come up here and get this piece of paper, please? How are you?
All right. So,
Bootlickers competed.
someone gave that pizza. We'll go film.
Yeah.
So it looks like
The bootlickers have competed.
Ma'am?
Hey, give me your open records request. Give me your open records request, written out. 'Cause I'm gonna put it in this lady's. I thought you did. I thought I was gonna put it in this lady's. Do you have it?
Just film that. No, I don't
Okay.
have one written.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already paid for. You don't need to sign it. That makes it more convenient. Please do not record me.
I'm recording
Ma'am,
her.
step back
She doesn't. What the pizza lady does not want to be recorded.
I don't care.
Yeah, of course I didn't.
Well, record what's going on here.
They took the pizza lady back there for her safety.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Well, I'd record that, man.
Yeah, no, I'm on it still.
Are you scared?
No.
Well, so don't
Just
think you're not
came-
scared. Get in there and record
just
what
came
the
to tell you.
government's doing. This is interesting that people are, they feel the need to give their government.
So of course that door says authorized personnel only. Then all of a sudden she's authorized.
Alright. Here's my list of requests.
So now I need a complaint form.
All of these witnesses watching, I'd like to let you know that each and every view and ad that placed helps support the efforts to reform ad government and replace tyrants with benevolent public servants. So I would appreciate, I very much appreciate your financial support when you watch these live streams. Your views go a long way towards creating change that we so desperately need in Angleton and elsewhere. I'd much rather have Coca-Cola than Pepsi anyway.
Right.
What they wanted a phone number? It's the 25th now or 24th? I can't remember.
4.
Is it? Hey, what's today's day, guys? In America in Central Time?
I'm looking.
The 24th, first still? Okay, cool.
24th.
Because if I submit them in person, I actually have more rights. Night says, please tap the thumbs up. Yes, please, I'd appreciate that. All right.
That part's coming. I get the feeling this is going to be.
So your arrest was on the 21st, right?
Yes.
Yes.
5412, transfer 1 on the EDP Angleton.
me show you this towel. I don't know if you guys saw it already or not, but check this out. Ooh, I can hear the phones from here, guys. So maybe there is actually somebody back there. Got some bananas. Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Supporter just came by to say way to go, John.
I was honestly, I was a little leery because that car just parked there.
Here, John. Here is the
The open
first
record?
one. If you could go get that in, and
Okay.
Communications, do you have an emergency or can you help me? Sir, do you have an emergency?
I need someone to come take my open records request.
Okay, hold on just a moment for me, okay?
Thank you. So I could just slide it in there, but obviously they put a towel to prevent me from. I don't know what the towel is supposed to prevent me from. I could still probably submit this piece of paper that way.
Jose says, Justin, thank you for exposing police nepotism, corruption, and tyranny. Thank you for the super chat. Alright, it looks like X is having some issues in there. So if y'all like that, you know, screenshot it, then y'all got to speak with the name company.
Sir, I'm sorry, I was on the phone call. You said you need somebody to come get an open records request?
Yeah, I can submit it to any government employee.
Okay, hold on just a moment. I'll get somebody to get that from you, okay?
Thank you.
Another one here. And this one I'm going to do dash cam.
Guys, I can't thank you enough for the super chats. Thanks a lot. Once again, if you would like to help fight tyranny, my PayPal is paypal.me/extra good citizen. You guys know I don't normally ask for any help. I do need your help now. I'm not even very good at asking for help, but that was my attempt. You pretend I'm delivering a pizza.
So, focus here, you can do it. Right, there we go. So this is the next one, if you want to screenshot that. So I'm looking for the dashboard video, audio, and minute-hour recording.
Hey, Frode, how are you tonight?
Roll recording on the 21st and 22nd. The traffic stop of John Gray, the arrest of John Gray, the traffic stop that John was reporting about. Any transport of John Gray, which has been multiple to the city jail and the county jail. Any other jail capturing or any John Gray. So for instance, if they were home with John, if they were talking about John, all that dash camera. So quite a bit of dashboard video that we'd like to see, that we'd all like to see. So if you would like to help out.
Tell them there's an order of bananas waiting on it. I don't know what's up with that. That's weird.
Here, can we hold this one up in front of the, they got another call, they'll probably just do it on the, CAD again, because they're trying to be secret.
She claims that she's going to send someone out here
Why?
to get this open records request.
Why can't she take it?
She said that someone would be there in a minute.
Here, go give her this one too.
Okay.
Ask her if she needs Justin Point to come talk to her.
So we're still waiting for someone. They clearly said that they were going to send someone here to get this request. Open records request can be taken by any government employee. So they receive training on exactly if they're not the one. You don't have to wait for the records department. Anybody can take the report and they just forward it on to whoever's in charge of the record. So I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for them to come get a simple piece of paper. That's what I'm asking for. And then do your jobs. I thought about doing a complaint, but I would have to write too much, and I'm not going to do that with an open criminal case. So the complaint I will have to wait till afterwards. I think my complaint is my video. See what the other one is.
This one is for the call sheets, including the call notes. So tonight especially, we'll get to it, is getting their call sheets with the call notes for tonight because they're trying to be super secret tonight. But this one is for when John was, I should add in your traffic stop too. I will do a separate one for that one.
Okay.
So did y'all get that one screenshot? There's another one for y'all to send in. All right, John, did they give you copies of those?
They haven't come yet to the door yet. They claim someone's coming, but they haven't come yet. So
Why can't they come? They could get their pizza.
it was a dispatch. She was acting like I was disturbing an emergency line.
Huh?
Yeah, that's a hint. She goes, "This is an emergency line." I said, "I'm just trying to get."
Now, they're open 24/7.
Right.
They have to take this 24/7.
Right.
If they can take pizza, they can take records.
Right.
That you did report pizza, right?
Yes.
Hey, go back and hey, do me a favor, go back and screen record or take screen capture, put the pizza there. That'll be very pretty good.
Mr. Gray,
Yes.
I misunderstood what you were asking. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking for a open records sheet.
No, I just.
You can slide it under the window right there in front of you. There's a towel. You can just slide it underneath there if you would.
Hey, why is the towel there?
For COVID reasons.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So I'll just keep sliding them under here. Okay.
sir. Thank you. And
Nope.
we'll make sure it gets to record.
Thank you very much. You've been a lot of
You're
help.
welcome.
They're not really fitting in here very well. Hold on, guys. Let me set you down.
Thank you, sir. I'll make sure it gets to records.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If I have some more, I'll just keep sliding them in.
Yes, sir. That's fine.
We're out here making them.
Oh, I don't agree with what you do. You always look at call notes. The call notes are always good. Oh, they took them now?
Yeah, I have directions now of how to submit it. You have to put it in the same window as the towel.
You got it through with the towel?
Yeah.
And you're
No,
recording putting it through?
Yes, and I got to record them taking it.
Okay. Yeah, there's another one.
All right.
We have a good stack of these forms. John, did you get your own form so you can do one yourself?
I already sent mine via email.
Well, you might want to do one tonight. Really, they'll give you a form.
All right, let me fight with the towel again. All right. I'm becoming better at towel manipulation now.
Here, we take it out so they can see the towel, and then put it in. It kind of went in up the
Oh,
there, up
okay,
the
yeah.
box there.
I'll try.
Why are they hiding?
They said for COVID reasons, the towels are.
For what?
COVID reasons, the towels are.
Huh?
That's what they said.
Thank you.
Dish towel there. You can kind of see it. Don got better video of the dish towel though. We'll go in and I'll submit the last ones myself. I just have so much to write right now. Chief should really have just answered some questions. Okay, we got the call sheet. Oh, all traffic stop warnings, citations, and racial profiling data for stops between, we'll do 6 to midnight on 1/21/2020. All right, so this one we're asking for a record of basically the court type. So if y'all want to get a screenshot of this one, any sort of written warning, citations, and the detailed racial profiling data that they're required by law to take. John, here's another one.
Okay.
And
But it's sort of like an open records ATM machine now. Just put it in the slot and it just, like if you get the dollar bill right, it sucks it right in. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if I'm getting any better now.
like a vending machine.
Yeah, it's like a.
Except you don't get records immediately, you get a lot of games. You put it in and out comes stuff, and out comes the records, but that's not quite how it works. Oh, here's this one. Here's this one.
Thank you.
Including attached.
Sucked it right in there. Did y'all see that? James Madison Austin, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Seriously, thank you. Everyone else that's giving me a super chat, I'm trying to scroll back through here. It's a lot of chat messages. So.
Period. From 1/19/21 to 1/24/21. So emails are good. This is just kind of like the past few days worth of emails. You can ask for emails whenever. I like sent emails. Sent emails are good because most people don't send a ton of emails so they can't overcharge you. You can get all emails, including received emails, but that could be a lot of junk that they'll use to overcharge you. Sent emails is always a good thing to ask for. And I'm just doing the cheap right now.
I like
We'll expand it tomorrow. But hey, go to their website. Hey, this is something y'all can do. Just on your own, go to their directory, start requesting sent emails on different days, different people. Always make sure they include the attachments. Here's another one, John.
All right.
Let's check the chats. Icy Tube says $10 super chat for Angel. I appreciate you, Icy Tubes. Thank you.
It just sucks them in. It doesn't actually provide any receipts for them. That's why I guess my video is going to have to serve as the open records request receipt. This one hasn't, I don't know if it's broke or what. This one has not been sucked in yet, so. Maybe their machine is broke. Maybe it's down. I think there is something wrong with the open record machine. The open records vending machine might be broken. It didn't suck in the last one.
That's useless.
Can you, send that UTV Angleton for a transfer to Galveston?
Alright. That's what your EMS services are doing, are transfers. Night says, ask for previous arrests in last 24 months for anyone sent charges. That would be an interesting one. I just thought of another one would be all the reports and affidavits from Rodriguez. Okay, so I wouldn't have had the information required to get the body camera actually, but since Police Chief Asmuch was doing all this.
Oh, it's been sucked in. Okay, good.
What are the things that you need to properly request body camera within the state of Texas?
7628, we're gonna need a translation. Right, yes, we're needing them out to a different one for translation.
Hopefully I didn't just insert them into the shredder machine. That's right.
So yeah, give you an ES to 30 feet location.
So they have also, they won't say a single address on the radio now. They're doing everything on the computer to be super sneaky tyrants.
When they do that, it generally lasts for like a day. They go right back to the way they
Yeah,
were
they're
before.
just doing, but the point is, the chief says he doesn't mind people recording them. that basically they have, he's not saying they have nothing to hide, but kind of all of those lines, right? But what do? They immediately are operating in a super secret way where you don't know where they are. So that's fine. We'll operate our tip network and get better like that. Or I'll just open up the website that tracks everyone who has a radio in the county. We can do that too. Either way. And there's no way they can, there's no technological way they can hide where they are. So, I mean, whatever they want to do, we're going to keep track of our government. This is America. Whether or not you want to make it a communist statist place here in Brazoria County, I'm not going to stand for it, and others are with me. And we're going to know what our government does. So, whatever cute things they want to try to do, we will. Like John says, what you say, you'll adapt.
No, they changed their tactics. I'll change mine.
We'll change our tactics. It's not a problem. Not a problem. And I think John told you what our professional expertise is, so they're not going to outsmart us.
Right.
Brandon says towing call company info may be good.
Josh?
Oh yeah, I wonder, do they have, I guess, an inventory and call information about the tow, the rotation and everything?
Right.
That'd be a good one. Good idea, Brandon.
Maybe the phone call from the Garcias. Hey, thanks for the $5. Joshua says, support your local activists. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I can't tell you. I'm overwhelmed with
Arrest and transports.
I really appreciate it.
States. Hives. Rocks. We'll say 2200 to 0.
It's so funny. You see them flying out of here, right? See them over there? As one who's been in this area and I follow the scanner, they expect me to believe there's no radio traffic. Come on. They're definitely, I mean, it doesn't matter. I can find you without the scanner. The scanner is just an added tool. Of course, when I say find you, I don't have any malicious intent. It's just simply to keep you accountable. That's it.
Right, they are trying to hide from us, right? The Angleton Police is making a strategic policy decision tonight, a specific strategic anti-accountability, anti-transparency, anti-American policy to hide from us tonight. That is something that the police chief has decided to do. That the police administration has decided to do is to be anti-American, secret, dark police. They would operate in the darkness as secret police. Angleton is getting only worse right now, only worse. Oh, I had a super, sorry.
Guys, my emails are going crazy with the PayPals. I certainly appreciate it. I won't read those because I don't know if the people who did give me a donation, I don't know if they want to be anonymous or not. So I'll just play it safe and assume everybody wants to be anonymous. But
just say their first initial, Don.
Oh, is that how you do it? Okay.
Or some of them in the description will put their YouTube name.
Okay.
All right, so this one's really important. This is the body camera. So you have to have the components you need to request body camera. Are the date, the approximate time, the subject, one or more subjects, and the location. That's in Texas. What is required to request body-worn camera? Go ahead and get a screen capture on that one. Very important request are these body cameras. Very important.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm going to do this one, and then we're going to do one more.
Do I get to do it in the open record machine again?
I'll just stop here. I'll
Okay.
make this one mine. I'll
Okay.
do some more by email about the wrecker. Well, no, I'll do one more. I want to do one more. I'm going to do one about the rotational wrecker.
Okay.
All
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is your name?
My name is Tiffany.
Tiffany, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're an excellent open records automated machine type person.
I'm glad I can help you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Inventories and other towing information. Alright, so I might need one of the tow truck supporters to help me word this correctly. I'm probably not doing this right, but if y'all could email me or text me exactly what I should ask for, I'll do it better tomorrow. Alright, I'm going to have to take my big camper rig in here so I can submit this. Oh, personnel file for Rodriguez. I don't know the other one's name, unfortunately. Here, go ahead and turn this in. Who was that? Annie Nancy Fair? Oh my gosh. I forgot that. Wow. This is why. Thank you. This is why we do things together. Wow.
I'm gonna step away, guys. I hit my vape, and Justin is. It's like kryptonite to Superman.
File for Sergeant Rodriguez.
To
Very
Justin.
important. I can't believe I almost forgot that. Can't believe I almost forgot that. Tony says all emails to and from Chief Savaggio. Will you get your own open records reform and
Yeah.
do that one?
They
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, they don't have any
Get
forms.
an open records request form for them and do one for the emails to and from Savaggio. That's a really great idea. And thank you for the super chat, Tony. What a great
Oh.
idea. What a great
Yeah.
idea. Joe Sosnowski says. And so, Angleton employees, I appreciate your support of the much needed reform to replace you with people who will serve the public. Every view, every click matters, so thank you very much. All right, now here's for emails. They ain't give you one?
No, they said that, they already told me earlier they don't have any. That the records.
Then use another piece of paper that they
Yeah.
have. So this place is so dark, so secret that they don't even have.
Hey, Tiffany, do you have a blank piece of paper I can use?
Hey, look right there. See what that sign says.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I got it.
It says,
So I'm writing. I guess I could let you guys look at something way more exciting than. So this says, I would like all emails sent and received from Leon Valley Police Department sent to anyone at the Angleton Police Department. So this way, and just in case there's a conspiracy against with people in Leon Valley and Angleton, maybe we'll uncover it in the emails. Let me see if I can slip this into the open records automated machine. Thank you. All right. Once again, the machine comes through. It sucks the open records request right on in there, and then the nice lady Tiffany back there will take that request.
News. I'll just say news now. So if there's anyone that I'm missing, please let me know in chat. Phone, go silent. Did you get their emails to them from Joseph?
Well, I did it a little differently. I said all emails sent from Leon Valley, Texas, to Angleton PD, anyone at Angleton PD.
Yeah, that's good.
So, I mean, if it's nothing, it's nothing. It doesn't cost us anything. But if there's something, we'll get it. Just in case
Keyword
it's
corruption.
just in case.
That would be too many. That would be all the emails, I think. CFW says where to start. Start simple. Record yourself asking for something you need. Film yourself putting in an open records request in your account. Excellent idea, CFW, and thank you for watching the stream. Good Doc Project says, I support you, JP. Not sure about doing, what in the world? They're trolling you now, John. They're trolling you now. They're trying to get the troll done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, isn't that unfortunate?
Hey, they super chatted the troll. That's great.
Yeah, every dollar counts. Every dollar counts. Sovereign citizen, that's a good one. Will that be true? Should we do sovereign citizen or not?
What is this for?
For a keyword for emails. What do you think?
Yeah, that'll work. Because you know they
it
think
might
we're.
be interesting. We'll do it. It might be interesting. We'll do it. Thank you, Edmund 116. It might be interesting. Live stream. Cop watch. Cop watch. Cop watch.
Maroon truck. Black car.
That'd be a lot of license plates in there.
Yeah. I don't have
your own license
No,
plate?
I don't. I don't. This one doesn't have one, so.
I might have to. Oh man,
That would be funny.
I'll do that sometime.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it right now. But,
Mhm. You know what I'm saying? That would be interesting.
I don't know. The guy who said that is a channel member. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Auditors. I did auditor, but we'll do auditors into cameras, agitators. Agitators is a good one. That's Joe's favorite. If Joe emailed them, it will definitely show up under agitators. That is Joe's favorite word. No, John's here.
I'm here.
We already have all the radio traffic. Good dog, private dude. Why don't you email me your phone number and we'll call you later, okay? Recording's too broad, but I think we have a good list. Thank you all for your suggestions. Here's the final list that we have.
Here's the final list of keywords.
Here's the keyword list. Focusing on the keywords. Here's the request. All right, let's go in and submit these last two now. John, you know how to work the ATM machine?
Yes.
guys?
Yeah.
So.
I'm getting to be an expert at it.
Where's News Now? News Now Houston's gonna come to Angleton tomorrow. Oh, this is heavy.
It is. So it's kind of an art getting it in between the blinds and the towel. Usually I start off with the corner. If you put a corner in there, then you kind of.
This would be a good thing to go through.
It's actually not too cold here. It's about it's probably 65, 70 around there. If you guys aren't subscribed to Justin Pulliam, but I am sure there's not very many of you who are not. Make sure you do so.
So this is interesting. They don't have yours in this.
My arrest is not in there?
Not at that address they gave. They have something at 11:20, but they don't have your arrest unless they put it on the other day. So yeah, this is, record all these pages, John, or we'll do them in a second. But they purport to be transparent and they don't even have yours in there.
So they were probably trying to push me
Sure,
away.
you have her. Wow, $450. Co-contract with the city from Gonzales Garcia and all money is paid. So yes, we're gonna do more towing ones. I have a lot of people who watch who are tow truck people, and I'm hoping they'll email me or text me for some information so I know what I'm doing when I request that. I agree, totally excellent idea.
I'm gonna have to do it
All right,
after.
do I have good signal in here? Oh yeah, we're still streaming really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I have two more, John. How do I do this?
So
y'all can see that they have that towel there for some reason. I don't quite
So-
understand.
My experience is no, get a corner first and get the corner and
Get
hit
the
it for
corner in,
corner in for light.
Hit it,
Then yeah,
and then but I'm getting hung up right there.
it's an art. It's definitely an art. Usually it gets sucked in. Oh,
Hello,
That's how-
can I please get a copy of the open records request I submitted?
The only paperwork I have as far as what you submitted is what you just passed me through the records committee. We have all the records request information for everybody who's ready to file.
Well, the police department is open 24/7, so you can't give me a copy of all of those?
No, so you have to go to the records division because their door is closed and locked after hours.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany, we spoke the other day. You just couldn't. It was so like you were so pleased that John was in your jail. So y'all don't have a fax machine or copier and dispatch? How do y'all confirm warrants?
We have a system through the national system that we communicate with other agencies, and that was another Tiffany that was here. That was not myself that worked that night.
Oh, well, can I get your last name then?
You can have my badge number.
Yeah, what's that?
0300.
0300. But who was the other Tiffany? I really need her number, not yours. I'm sorry.
I don't know her badge.
Tiffany, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get you. I didn't know. She didn't let me know there were others. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to go. But Tiffany was like, "Oh, Mr. Gray, are you looking for Mr. Gray?" It was really, not what I wanted to hear. Not what a lot of people wanted to hear. Okay, so y'all don't have a fax machine even? Right. Okay, but I can't get a copy of those.
Like I said, you have to contact the individuals who work in the records division. They're Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, unless it's a holiday.
Do they have a phone number?
They sure do. Hang on just a second. I'll get it.
Okay, thank you.
you like bananas, Justin?
Okay, well, you know the big drug busting was, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they were using the Port of Freeport to smuggle drugs and the banana shipments.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am?
Okay, so I can give you the full number. It would be an extension that you would dial.
Okay,
to make
hold
that.
on. Can I write it down real
Sure.
quick? Okay, what is it?
It's going to be 979
Mm-hmm.
849
Mm-hmm.
2383,
Mm-hmm.
and the extension is 3150.
3150. 3150?
That's correct.
Okay. So it's just the same number then. All right. Thank you, Tiffany. Have a good night.
Don't feel.
Thank you. Okay, and now I want to fill this thing right here because I want to compare this to what we actually know what they did.
Here, I'll flip pages or something.
Oh,
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
shut up. I didn't know there were multiple Tiffany's. I feel so bad about I feel so bad about attributing that attitude to her. I feel bad about that. I didn't know. I didn't
She's
know.
been really nice too
Why
so
don't
far.
they just give, if they give more info, you wouldn't get confused.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's the other Tiffany.
And I'm gonna get all their last names and salaries soon enough,
Mhm.
but
Apparently, if your name is Tiffany, you got a pretty good job, a government job in Angleton. Pretty good shot at it.
can you look at the screen and make sure it's all, can you see it good? Here, let me turn it on manual focus.
I'm blind. You guys look blind. You notice I don't have my glasses on, right?
No, I didn't pay attention to that, actually.
This is the call sheet, is basically what it is?
No, there's a summary listing of all their incidents.
Oh.
So like this is probably like a business check. I guess that's a medical call, sick. This is a jail check. So you can see when they check their jail. But they did it double sided. This is silly. They did it double sided. How are you supposed to read that like
Mhm.
that?
Maybe that's why we missed mine.
That's true. Maybe that's why. Let's see, 22. That was the day we got you out. We'll go back to it in a second.
21, the 21st at 11:30, around 11:30.
Okay, so let's see if they have when we were over at that towing place, it was around 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
Velasco, right? Yeah, this is it. So TS, what is that supposed to be? Trespass? What do you think that is? That's the guy. So this is the one at the towing.
Mm-hmm.
So we can.
Wow, they get what is up with that? Why does it have no employee on it?
That one right there, that's some sort of transport. I think that's the EMS. See, here's engine one. So the engines, when it's the apparatus, it doesn't have, because
Gotcha.
different people are on it at different shifts, right?
That makes sense.
Whereas this is their actual badge number for the individual. But they don't, they dispatch the apparatus or the medic unit to those type of calls instead of a specific individual.
Gotcha.
All right, and here's the day of his arrest. So we'll skip
It ought to be
that.
interesting to see if they documented them transferring me from here to Brazoria County Jail at 3 in the morning.
Well, that's
too.
the thing. I called while we were at the jail to get that, and she was unable to find it. Or she told me something like you were transferred at 12:08. That was not.
No, it was not correct. I wanted to know the time, and exactly it was 3:14 when he told me the time.
So there's where they pulled you over, I guess. SVEH at Bates Park Road.
Yeah.
So you were in the park at 11:06 apparently. Which I don't even know, being on the road. See, those used to be through roads, and they made, but if you go around there, it actually goes out a different way. And I just think you'd be hard pressed to get convicted for moving through a public road that may or not be within a public park. I think that would be you're not like sitting in the park doing some sort of mischievous conduct or parked or anything. You're just traveling through to the other side.
Yep.
And I think if the officer really thought that they could hem you up in court, they would have issued a citation. That was, hey, let's go ahead and run John and see if he has anything on him. Maybe there's no insurance, it's got a paper tag. Let's see if I can shut him down this way. So I think that would be that one.
Yep.
On Base Park.
So that was
at
11:06, and I was arrested at 11:30.
So this is CP is close patrol. I think is probably what that is. So it shows two of them. So he's the one that lured you in.
Rodriguez.
See, this is the
Rodriguez is the one that did it.
No, he had that guy lure you in. This is their little game that they came up with.
That was a good ploy.
The
They knew
whole
exactly
time
what
you're
they
up
were
here,
doing.
they're trying to plot, and so let's bring him into the park. And then because they never sent two people to do a close patrol of the park. Are you kidding me? This is a little game to get John. And then you don't see there's traffic stop here. Oh, that's what TS is traffic stop. Okay. So that's probably there's
no document.
The stuff on yours isn't even on here.
That's because it wasn't
So
on the
they're
radio.
trying to act like they're transparent, yet the biggest arrest they've made in 2021, maybe in this in the past 10 years, is not even on this list. And let's go back to the other one. So now we know traffic stop. So traffic stop was probably that Slauson traffic stop that I was filming and seeing if they would add me to the lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't want to get involved, and I mean, I don't blame him that he did. He should have identified to me at first, but other than that, and he should have said yes, I would arrest the bad cop. But other than that, Slauson was professional. So, let's see, where were we? So he did that traffic stop that we filmed, must have been that one. And then we were at Southville, okay, right here. This is the one where he came over at the towing place, I bet. 1024 South, that's Garcia's, right? What is CIVS?
Civil, I don't know. We could ask Tiffany, maybe she could tell us.
CIVS. What the heck is CIVS?
Anybody have any idea what CIVS on a
Civil standby?
civil?
I don't know.
Ask Tiffany, maybe she knows. Let me ask her.
Let's just pull it.
What is it again? CIVS?
See, but what's interesting is that a lot of these didn't have reports issued either. I don't know, CIVS. So this is their trying to pretend to be transparent, yet the biggest incident is nowhere to be found. Let's check once more at the beginning of 22. So, jail duty, that may have been checking on you. Info. So that may have been, I don't know, there's no info call. That's when people were probably calling in and they're giving them info calls. But I don't see where they
Transported me.
had it, and I don't see anything you on, so they don't have your arrest in their log. That's really weird.
So everything else they did is on there except for me. Which also, the traffic stop that they did was also not on the radio.
Well, reported traffic stop. I'm not sure that was a traffic stop. I think it's likely that that was a setup. I mean, when the woman, John, I don't approve of what you do. I mean, come on, it's all politics.
Yep.
They're driving around. They want to do the normal thing. They don't like that you're here, and they're trying to brainstorm about how they can find pretext to screw with you. Is this your phone or someone else's?
It's gonna be mine.
Don't leave it behind.
No. Guys, I'm almost running out of battery, and I want to get out of here before. I don't want to be here and not be live. It won't work in this. But remember, stay extra. Always record the police.
You're leaving?
I'm gonna switch.